Picasso said anything that you imagine is real. The problem that we have, if it's not tangible and we can't see it, touch it, or whatnot, hear it, that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily true.
No. That's one of our biggest things, man, is life insurance.
Facts.
If it, and here's the thing is, and then I get it, that times get tough, and you got to let some things go here or there, you know what I'm saying, and those things, and like they say in the business world, security is the first thing to go when they start cutting back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Well, insurance and things like that is what people start cutting back on. When things get tight. And my thing is that I understand that, but unless you like hit the lottery and you get a large sum of money at one time, and you could pass that on to you through your family or whatever, then okay. But if that is not the case, in which it is normally not with our people, then this needs to be attacked chunk by chunk. So my little chunk goes to my kids, and then they take that chunk and it gives them a little bit more freedom than I had. Just a little bit more, not a lot, but a little bit more to make a little bit more better choices. They can gives them more choices, and then they can do that for theirs, and then it gives them a little bit more choice, and then
it's kind of generational wealth to me. That's what it sounds like.
Exactly.
Sure enough, and I'm with you. And so I want to go back to
talk about it.
I do, because it's all connected to the Peace Festival. The Peace Festival means more to me than what possible people can imagine.
Explain the Peace Festival for those who have never been or don't know. First.
Every year since our beginning, for the most part, when we have money, we hold an annual event called the Peace Festival.
Okay.
The goal of the Peace Festival is getting people directly connected to resources that they may not know about. So if you got an organization that pays light bills, rent, gas, utilities, job employment, developmental training for education, facturations are like that, then we want to bring them directly to the people. They shouldn't have to catch the bus way on the other side of town to meet such, and trying to find a bus ticket to get there, because I experienced it and seen it.
Oh, yeah.
So if we can bring the resources directly there, our goal is to help minimize a lot of the excuses why they can't succeed. Exactly. We're bringing it to you.
Okay.
It's on you now to get involved. That's the beauty of free will, right?
Yeah.
And so the goal of the Peace Festival is connect everybody. And not only that, it goes back to what you just stated when you used the analogy that when we was kids, we used to love going outside. Now we want to sit in the crib.
Yeah.
It's to get everybody out to know one another too. I remember Miss Ray and Miss such down the street, and how they come out every week and cut their grass, and Mr. Ray, like his grass cut particular, right?
Yeah.
Those factors, we have understanding of one another.
Yeah.
We don't have that in our community no more. We're scared to connect. Or when we look at somebody, what are you looking at? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, just the connectability, resource availability, and not only that, more importantly, I always invite the politicians out, because when that lady told me in the first interview about her house getting shot up, she said she tried to call a counselor, she tried to call these people, and nobody's going back to respond. Why not talk to your people directly? Remember we just talked about? There's no use to serving if you can't come out and be spoken to, even if they're aggressive. You think people don't come at me sometime and stand on me to get the work done? They do, and I listen.
Right.
Do the same. So I brought everybody together to hold everybody accountable, be engaged, be involved in developmental opportunities and aspects.
Oh, and when is the Peace Festival?
July 10th of this year, and so we got some announcements that's coming up. I'm gonna give a little snippet about a few little things.
Okay.
We wanted to throw a national concert because of COVID. We're running through a lot in funding.
Right.
My goal is, this is my goal. I can't say I'm 100% it's gonna happen, but my goal to kind of get a snippet is to see if I can get a car dealership to donate 1 or 2 cars and do a giveaway. The first one I want to do a letter, and I want a letter for a family, individual, or somebody that's in need of the car and the importance of what that car would mean to them. Okay. So those who are donating will understand how much of an impact that they made. It's not just saying here, it's an importance of what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's one thing. So I would need the people help. So I can't get this done unless you have the people back behind us support. So please give me ideas. And the other car, I want to do a raffle off in the community and whatnot. And it's just really getting everybody there. We're looking to bring a carnival. We're still negotiating deals. Our funding is very tight this year because of they don't want to fund a little guy like me, to be frank. I'm too little. They think I think outside the box, and I don't think outside the box. I think along the verges of what needs to be done. And COVID has a huge part to do with COVID has a huge part to do with our funding this year too.
Okay.
And we're doing the best we can. So if we have to scale back, we're still going to try to make it bang. So. We're still looking for more funders, supporters, and whatnot to make the event pop and happen.
Okay. Cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely gonna swing by.
Come on out,
check you out. You already know, man. Okay, now, and I saw that you guys have. I wanted to make sure that we spoke on a few of your programs. Your in-home juvenile nursing program.
Yes.
The Circle Up puts on the community organization partnerships.
Yes. So what we're doing, we are unveiling our Spirit of the City. We're looking to get a press release together, kind of give you a better highlight on some of the things you just talked about. We rebranded and reshifted a lot of what we're doing. And the reason we rebranded and shifted a lot, we initially tried to focus on the resources. But as we started doing the work and get more inclined on what's really going on in our community, it's like it's beyond resources. We need to build wealth. We need to build their own level of stability. How can we help them become stable so they can become self-sustainable, right? And so I moved it from the perspective of just building programs and stuff like that and focusing on our 8-point initiative. Our 8-point initiative will be launched in our 1 to 5 year development. The 3 things that we have launched right now, we're launching our Peace Festival, which is July 10th, and just everybody engaged, interacting, getting everybody out the house and have fun and get connected to resources, especially for the supported resources they need from rent, utilities, and so on and so forth. Okay. Some of our partners will be out there. The next thing that we're pushing, while we're pushing the Peace Festival, which is one of my most aggressive pieces and will be for some time, is my housing initiative called Push.
Okay.
Our push focusing on individuals with criminal histories, drug addiction, and everything. We want to create a drug addiction recovery house. Not only that, it creates a streamline of job opportunities. As we build these homes and reach our goals to reach our $2.8 million initiative for 15 homes in the first year, moving in, once we acquire the 15 homes, it'll allow us to move in mass production next year of 100 homes a year after that throughout the city of Indianapolis, starting in Brightwood in particular.
Okay.
With that push initiative, it's a whole wraparound piece. I always look at what they call the 360 effect. If I build anything out, I just don't want to build one thing. Here's a job, here's a house, and there you go. It's going to be a unique outline in that lease. It would be a lease like no other. We're accepting people with evictions, criminal histories, and all. Our goal is to get them along the way. And not only do you get involved in our housing, but we give you what they call our community conductor, which is our one-on-one case manager. Okay. That one-on-one case manager will help and assist you with all the barriers that's along the way.
Okay. Of the housing.
Not just the housing, anything. So the housing. So say, for instance, you say, when we build the houses, you say, hey, James, we got our application open. When you take our assessment, the assessment will go to our community conductor. Our community conductor serves as a leasing agent as well as your case manager. So it's a twofold thing. Okay. When you sit down with the community conductor and you meet our requirements, because our requirements are not going to be extraneous, but our requirements are going to make sure that we're seeing levels of stability. Right. Okay. And so with our requirements, you meet our requirements, you get into one of our houses. But as you take the assessment also asks you about education, job opportunities, so on and so forth. Okay. Not only can you get into our housing, but remember, we have a housing boom. We're going to be developing the housing. That means individuals live in the housing and come work for us. As they come work for us, remember, we're still keeping a grip around them to make sure they're successful. Exactly. So therefore, we're not just connecting with a case manager, send them on their way and let them meet once a month. It's a whole 360 approach. They learn job developmental skills, leadership developmental skills, because when they come work for Circle Up, we want to build leaders and entrepreneurs. My ultimate goal, and this is going to be crazy when I say this, my ultimate goal is not to have no employees. My ultimate goal is doing business with my employees. My ultimate goal is get them to be contractors in our working model for the developmental of our affordable living with container homes. As they start to build their own companies, we invest on an 80-20 split. We will put our accountants, we'll also put our attorneys, everything behind them to make sure that individual and that company grow. But it's a working process. We're not just going to give it to you. You got to show us that you're a strong, deserving, and grinding leader, because we want to create wealth for you too. Exactly. My goal is not for you to retire for Circle Up. My goal is to do business with you. Nice. Yeah. So that's what we're building. Nice.
Man. Well, man, hey, there you guys have it, man. You have heard the word from Mr. Wilson here. Circle Up Indy, soon to be Circle Up Podcast. Soon to be on this way. Man, but the lights is on, man. The street lights is on, and we got to go in the house, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. My phone been blowing up. Your phone been blowing up. Man. Yeah. I'm trying not to get in trouble. And I'm single. I don't know why my phone blowing up. Man,
we busy, man. We busy people, you know. And man, it's been a pleasure, man, talking to you. I hope that that the block is able to give you a boost, man, with what you're doing in the podcast, man, and everything in the community that you do, the work that you do. Because like I said, I that's the reason why you're on here, man. It's because I enjoy what you do.
Thank you, man. I will say this, if I may.
Sure, man.
As we end, I know a lot of people try to figure out what Circle Up is about, what we're doing. But if anybody know me, I'm real quiet, and I have to. And just know this: we working for you. And what we grade launch and do next, pay attention to the spirit of the city, because our goal is to launch our first press release the first week of May. But I might launch it sooner. In the spirit of the city, we grade go hard. It ain't gonna be a basic press release. We grade put people back against the wall, because this is for us.
All right, there you go. Y'all heard it. Get ready. All right, my man. It was a pleasure, man, having you on, brother.
Always, man.
You already know, man.
And shout out to the block for allowing us to come on and just continue to support the block. And this brother's heart is all about us. And if y'all don't, we're going to bump y'all. No, I'm just joking. Y'all probably beat me up. But let's continue to support one another. Thank you for all the stuff you do. And thank you for always bringing a highlight of what's going on in our city, and our state, and our country, and our community.
Yes.
Love, bro.
Right on, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Love it. Man. I love it. It's cool being around real brothers, man.